Hey, Have Faith family. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the podcast with your friends. Visit our website, havefaithletitbegin.com. We would love to hear your feedback.
Have Faith, Let It Begin, Tuesday edition is on the air. So last week we spoke about the haunting of our pasts and how the past can easily creep up and steal your joy. It can be as little as a baseball hat. It could be as little as, I don't even, it could just be annoying. I'm trying to avoid getting deeper than I want to, only because I have never truly spoken about this with anyone. But when the past creeps up, when past incidences sneak their way into your heart and soul, even after you've done something so joyous as to deliver a sermon, as to greet someone or meet somebody, or do what God intended you to do, negative things can easily creep up and steal your joy. So how do we overcome something like this? We're going to talk about that. Have Faith, Let It Begin. Tuesday edition starts now.
Thank you for listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin. Have Faith, Let It Begin. When it starts right now.
Welcome to Have Faith. Let it begin. Here's your host, Angel Santana.
Hey, Ariel, can you say have faith?
Again.
Let it begin?
Again.
Say have faith.
Again.
Let it begin.
No.
No? Okay.
Hi,
Noah! Happy birthday, Noah! Okay, then. I'm so amazing. This shit does nothing.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it
Shine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it
Shine.
This little light of
Mine.
I'm gonna let it
Shine.
Let it
Shine.
Let it
Say.
Let it
Say.
Yeah!
Daddy, I'm so excited. But I have one question.
What's your question?
Are you going to be a pastor or a minister?
Good question. I don't know, but it is all in God's hands.
Good morning. You're listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin. And it starts right now.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry about the ticking in the background audio issue that we've been having, and we'll be correcting that after today's episode. It has something to do with the introduction and my internal radio that is affecting the audio, but that's okay. I digress, and we move forward. So this morning, we continue on with our series, The Haunting of Our Pasts. I want to thank you all for your thoughts, comments, and concerns in advance, because a lot of you listened to last week's episode and you got a lot out of it, and you definitely shared with me the things that have bothered you, and it's helped me, believe it or not. So I want to thank you. This past weekend was very difficult. It was very hard for me. It was very difficult because some things, or events I should say, happened where it triggered a memory. It fueled some anger inside of me. And, as a pastor in training, as my mom would say to me, or has said to me, you have to learn to control that. You have to understand that. You have to find the forgiveness inside of you. And you have to also learn to pray to God about the things that are continuously coming up in my thoughts. As I've stated before, I don't sugarcoat anything. I don't try to hide anything from you guys. I am very upfront and honest, and I like to share the good times, the amazing times, and even the bad and troubling times. Not for views and not for downloads, and not for you to just all bombard me, and I mean this respectfully, with text messages saying, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" I am fine. And it may not sound like I'm fine, but I really am. But sometimes it's hard to deal with certain things. And then because I want to share everything with you, I have to re-bring it up to kind of hone in on a message because I want you to understand that I am not perfect, and none of us are perfect. And even though a lot of you always express how good I'm doing for the people out there, and I want you to understand that I struggle too. And, you know, as a person that has struggled with depression and a person who has struggled with past and even present issues, as I'm trying to get closer to God each and every day, I'm learning that the challenges that come with that deal with the attacks that you get where they're trying to infiltrate my home, infiltrate my job, infiltrate my thoughts, and I won't let them. I won't let it happen. But because I'm not perfect, there are times where I lash out, where I can't hone in on my past, and without hesitation, I'll bite back like a pit bull. What now that I have kids, when my kids are brought into it, or my kids are brought into something that someone or some persons know that I don't like certain things, and they do it for the sake of a joke, I don't think they realize that I mean what I say and I say what I mean. And, you know, it could be as little as a word, it could be a hat, it could be, there are just some things that I don't like and I don't tolerate. And if you know me and you know that I am a very stubborn person at times, I would say a lot. And, you know, I would think that people that know what bothers them wouldn't do those things. They wouldn't push the buttons, they wouldn't push the envelopes. But unfortunately, there are people like that do it just for the sake of a laugh, just for the sake of pushing my buttons. And you know what? That's the thing I'm going to work on. That's the thing that's really something that I really have to find the the I have to find that inner peace inside of me to let things like that go. Will it be easy? No. But I got to be honest, I'm very upset that I have to deal with it consistently for so many years. And it's gotten to the point now where, you know, this is why I don't have many friends, because I I set these boundaries because I know that a lot of times people that I have had in my life that were friends have broken rules, broken things that I don't like or appreciate, and I'm rambling. So, all right. So this episode was not meant to be this long, but sometimes, it's good to talk. So what the message really is today is, and that I've learned in the last 72 hours, is that you have to channel your anger. You have to put your faith and trust into God. And sometimes we have to let out our frustrations with a cry, maybe with not so much as anger, but it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And also find the right time to respond. And then maybe not around mixed company, maybe something that I could have just tolerated. And then on the side said, hey, this is something I didn't tolerate in the future. Please don't do that. And I could have done that better. I'll admit that. But on the same token, other individuals should know that that's some things I just don't tolerate. So don't do the same things that I did. Don't react. Think before you speak. Remember who's around you, and remember that people that don't have the same faith as you may attack you just because of who you are. And sometimes it's best to be around people that have the same faith as you. That's where I'll leave it. See you tomorrow for another edition of Have Faith, Let It Begin. I believe we're up to letter 10. So enjoy and never forget. Have faith. Let it begin. Take care.
Thank you for listening to How Faith Will Begin. We'll be back tomorrow.